Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be trying out the Anastasia Beverly Hills Alyssa Edwards palette for the first time ever. And this is actually the first time ever trying out any of Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to be creating this eyeshadow look that you can see here along with one other. So if that's something that you're interested in watching, then please do stick around. As always, if you do enjoy the video, please don't forget to like and consider subscribing to my channel. Without further ado, I will show you how I created this look. As you can tell, the rest of my face obviously is all done, which means I can just focus on the eyeshadow. Here are all the shades that are in this palette. It does come with a little brush which goes in here, but I've just taken it out in case it falls out. And that is the outside packaging, and this actually was on my wish list for this year, and I managed to pick this up in TK Maxx for $24.99. I'm going to start off with shade Believe, which is a really lovely purple matte shade, and for that I've just got this brush here which probably could do with a clean. This is like a really lovely violet purple on the brush, and I'm just going to start with the placement of that just into and above my crease. As I said, I haven't ever tried any of Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow, so I've got no idea what to expect. So I don't really have any expectations because I'm not familiar with the formulas or anything. It is going on really nicely. Seems quite pigmented, which, although I said I have no expectations, for the prices of their palettes I would expect really the shades to be highly pigmented and good quality. Definitely think this is a really pretty shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and get exactly the same done on my other eye. There's both eyes done with the first shade, which was shade Believe. Next I'm going to be going in with Unicorn Tribe, and this looks like more of a mauvey purple than Believe. Definitely got some pinky mauvey tones in this, and for that I'm just going to just blend that right at the top of shade Believe, just to soften up the top part of the eye and take away some of that darkness. This shade is really pigmented as well, and it's applying really nicely and really easily. So just that little pop of pinky purple just at the top of this I think looks really lovely. And I'm just going to do the same on this eye now. Now that I've got those two shades all down and all blended nicely, I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. I've got my Beauty Bay eye base, and this is base 1, so this is a white eye base. So I'll just get on and do that now. Now that I've got that done on both eyes, I'm actually going to be going in with this bright yellow matte shade. This is shade Brick Road, and this is a really gorgeous yellow, and that's why I wanted to do the white eye base, because I thought it would help this shade just really stand out and just be as bright as possible. Just want to get that all over the eye base, just cover that all up. We'll just put a couple of layers on just so I've got maximum vibrancy from it. I think for a yellow shade that's performed really well, because yellows can be looking really nice and bright in the pan, and then as soon as you get them on the brush or on the eye they just kind of lose that vibrancy. What I'm going to do just to kind of soften up the edges is just go back in ever so slightly with shade Believe just on the outer part of this yellow, and there's those edges all nicely sorted out. All that's left to do now for my eyeshadow is just my under eye, and I'm going to be going back in with shade Believe, just starting on the outer part of my eye and then just working all the way into the center and then bringing it all the way to the inner corner. What I'll do as well is I'll just pop a little bit of Unicorn Tribe just on top of that, just to keep it looking really cohesive with the top part of my eye. And there is that completely done for both eyes. All that's left to do to complete this look is eyeliner and mascara. I've just got my black Wet n Wild kohl eyeliner pencil for my waterline, and then for my mascara I've got my Rimmel Volume Flash, which I haven't actually used for like the longest time. So just popping this all along my waterline and course I'm going to do this for both of my eyes. And now just time to finish this off with my mascara. And there is the completed look. I've really enjoyed so far just playing with this palette and just creating this really fun look. It almost reminds me of like an ultraviolet light, like you've got the really purpley light and then the really bright center, but maybe that is just me. I will, as usual, just give you a close-up of the eyeshadow so you can see it in a bit more detail. Overall, I have really enjoyed creating this look. There will be a second look coming up just shortly after this, so please do stick around to see that look as well. I hope that you liked the first look that I created using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Alyssa Edwards palette. I'm now back and I'm going to show you how to create this really simple neutral halo look, which is very different from the first look that I created using this palette. So as a bit of a reminder, here are all of the shades, and of course for this look I'm going to be focusing on these neutral shades here. So stick around to see how I created this look. To start this look off, I'm going to be just laying down quite a nice neutral base. I'm going to be going in with shade The Supreme, which is this kind of lightish brown matte shade. Got a good size fluffy brush for this, and I'm just going to pop that all over just above my crease. So this is kind of like a terracotta brown matte shade. You can definitely see the warmer orange tones in this shade, but I think it will just provide a really good base for this look. You just take this out to the eyebrow and then just bring it all the way back in over your lid. This is another really pigmented, really easy to build up shade. Just getting it right on the inner part of the lid as well. And now I'm going to go ahead and get the same done on this eye. Now I've got shade The Supreme down evenly on both eyes, I'm going to be going in with the second shade for this look. The shade I'm going to be using is this shade here, and this is shade, I don't know whether it's Hoe or just H-O-E, but this other brown matte shade here. I've got a slightly bigger fluffy brush just so I can get a good blend as I go when applying this shade. I just want to lightly blend this into shade The Supreme, mainly focusing on the outer part of the eye and the crease. This is why I opted for this fluffy brush, because it will be easy to build the shade up if I need to, but just work that all into the crease and just the outer part of this look. This shade is definitely a more true brown matte shade, but I do really like that we've got the hint of terracotta from the first shade. So there's that shade all nicely applied and just blended, and I'm going to go ahead now and do exactly the same on this eye. Now I've got the first two shades down on both of my eyes, I'm going to go in with my Beauty Bay eye base, and this time instead of cutting the crease I'm going to be doing a halo effect for this eye look. So all you need to do is just apply a couple of spots of eye base just in the centre of your eyelid, and then you can work it out sort of inwards and outwards, either with your finger or just with a brush. So obviously where you have the eye base is where you will go back in with your shimmer shade to create the halo effect. And for the halo part of this look, I have opted to use shade Inspire, which is this really lovely glittery shimmery gold shade. For that I have just got a flat brush just because it will be easier to apply the shimmer, and then I will just pack that all over the eye base in the centre of my eyelid. The beauty of doing a halo eye is that you don't actually have to be too precise. So you should see the nice gold when your eye is obviously open, and then you can see the full effect of the halo just when you close your eye. So just do exactly the same on my other eye. And there you have it, just for both eyes. So all that's left to do eyeshadow wise is just the under part of my eye. I'm actually going to be going back in with shade Hoe or H-O-E just for the under part of this look, and just taking that same fluffy brush that I used to apply this shade first time round. I will also do the continuation of the halo just to my lower lid, but I will just get the brown shade down on this eye first. You just need to take a really small amount of eye base, again, just for the under part of the eye. You just want to match that up with where you've got the shimmer at the top of the eye. Just back in with that flat brush again with Shade Inspire and just pop it on the center part of your lower lash line. Just obviously use the shimmer at the top as a bit of a guide. And there you have it. I'm just going to do my eyeliner and my mascara now. I've just got my Wet n Wild Kohl pencil. It's just a black kohl pencil for my eyeliner. And then for my mascara, I have got my Maybelline Great Lash, and this is in shade Very Black. I'm just popping the eyeliner in the waterline. And now I'm just going to go in and do my mascara. There is the eye look all finished. I'm just going to finish this look off by doing my lips, and for this I've got this NYX metallic lip cream, and this is in the shade Can. And there is the final completed look. I will just show you the eyeshadow up close so you can just see it in a bit more detail. I'm really happy with how this look turned out, and I think it's really different to the first look that I created. It definitely shows how versatile this palette is, and despite having some really bold and vibrant colours, you can still create a nice, simple, kind of glammy, neutral look. Considering this was my first time ever using an Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette, I have been really impressed with how the shades have worked, how pigmented they are, how easy they are to just build up and blend, and I've had little to no fallout from any of the shades, which is really good as well. I think I would definitely consider in the future now picking up some more of their palettes. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment letting me know which look was your favourite, and if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you again in my next video.